And then she said, do you have any roadman friends? And I was like, there aren't many yardies in Hove, darling. And we're live.
You are now listening to Radio Rufus.
Yes, you beautiful boys and babes of the world. Welcome back to another scintillating episode of Radio Rufus. That's right. It's about to be a spine-tingling episode, and I know that because I have a script of everything we're going to talk about, and these are some hot topics, and I'm not talking that clothing shop that I've never been to.
That's surprising.
No, I've never been to Hot Topic.
Yeah.
No, I'm more of a Forever 21 guy.
That makes sense.
That's why I buy all my crop tops. For Fun Time Thursdays. I am Rufus Rice, currently not wearing a crop top, though I will be later, alongside my producer, Aidan. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
Every week we bring you the latest and greatest in news, sports, games, everything from around the world, all the best things that you can't be bothered to find, but we had a quick Google, and then we talk about it. That's the format. That's how it works. Although one of the scoops might not be quite as fresh as you'd imagine because, as usual, we are... Let's make it relevant to the guest. We are being blitzed by UV rays in the sunbed of our glorious vintage radio studio. And this week we are thrilled to announce the second ever woman in the history of Radio Rufus. We are really branching out now because we've got somebody from Essex. So that's we've gone from just London to sort of Greater London and the surrounding counties. Let's welcome Chloe Burrows into the studio. Yes.
I just have to quickly fact check you. I'm not from Essex.
I could have sworn I googled that yesterday. You according to Wikipedia, you're from Essex.
I'm from Bicester.
Oh, Oxfordshire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you.
I'm a big fan of their village.
Oh, that does not surprise me. There's a Hackett and a Ralph Lauren.
A Hackett.
What the fuck's Hackett?
Yeah.
You look like a Hackett man.
I thought that was a printing company.
No, they do like wax jackets. You know.
Is that jacket Hackett? By any chance?
Okay.
Is it a Hackett jacket?
Yeah.
A
What do
Moss
you think?
Where's it from?
Go on. Check the label.
The Burton collection.
The Burton.
Never heard of it.
Pushing the boat out with a budget.
Well, it's funny because when we got these suits, we went to...
Who's we? You two?
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Yeah, I'd never wear mine. It's too hot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It is hot in here.
Yeah.
So Aidan takes off all his clothes after the...
Usually, just slowly as the pod goes on.
I
after
think you
the
put your
episode.
crop top on soon.
So we went to like a proper Savile Row tailor to get it all fitted.
Yeah.
Who paid for this? The fellow?
Nobody did.
Oh,
on
right.
mine.
You
Here's the
went.
thing. We went there. We got it all professionally done. You know it's the right thing because the deal was there was a sort of nerdy bloke with glasses and a tiny Chinese man,
Yeah.
and that is an unbeatable.
Oh my god.
That's an unbeatable combination.
And he got way too close to the crotch whenever he was measuring
Oh.
us.
Yeah, they do touch you up a little bit.
It was authentic.
Don't mind it. And then we got all the measurements, and then we got some cheap suits made.
They didn't even use the measurements. Nothing fucking fits.
I said it's tailored. I like it.
The problem was I was at my peak fitness then, so it fitted me. So it fits me worse and worse every week.
Yeah.
What's happened to your fitness?
Well, you know, I've had a few Mars bars since
Oh, welcome to
in the last sort of 8 months. I've had
8 months.
I've had at least 2 Mars bars.
You were playing Wii Sports there recently, though, so that should help.
Yeah, but I should have been playing Wii Fit.
Yeah.
Is that your form of entertainment? A Wii?
This is a form of exercise.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I bought a Wii. Have to say, the Wii, like everyone has good memories of it. It's absolutely shit.
I know. Well, there's new things to do now, isn't there? Like go outside.
Go outside is a good one. I'm working on it. That's then my number one piece of like if you want to pull cougars, go outside is the first bit of it.
Cougars.
Yeah, cougars. Two-legged cougars.
What do you mean? Is that your? Is that your
There's a lot of-
tasted cougar?
Well, where I live is not really a young people sort of area. There aren't many people sort of my age. It's quite a sort of like
Are you the youngest?
I'm probably the youngest in my whole building.
Where do you live?
Well, I'm not going to give, you know,
It's
the
old
postcode,
people's home.
but it's you know, it's a suburb of Brighton.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's very sort of middle-aged there. It is prime cougar territory. The wine bars of Hove are jam-packed with the cougs. on the weekend.
Why don't you just go down Brighton Beach?
You don't want to go. You don't want to go.
I've been there.
That's like way on the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
There's some. Let's say there's some characters.
Good. Brighton Beach is lovely. You
Yeah,
know,
sort of.
It's a
Not
good time.
Not in November.
I was in Brighton Beach once and saw like 4 men's ball bags.
It was
on
Pride.
Pride.
It's a good
yeah.
time.
It was
on
Pride.
It's a good time.
We actually had some Australians with us then. First time. They didn't really have never been to a Pride festival before.
Yeah.
They didn't really get the concepts. And then I had one of them. They just never heard of it before. And they didn't know what it was going to be like. And one of them came up to me and was like, "Man, I've seen like so much gooch today." I was like, yeah, this is Brighton, mate. Well,
You kind of sign up for that going to Brighton Pride.
he didn't know what he was getting in for. He was like, I thought like everyone was gonna have like their tits out and everything, like it was gonna be a laugh. And he was like, no, it's all gooch.
It's
all
all
gooch.
gooch.
So there was a lot of topless men too, to be fair, so there's a right lock of tits.
Yeah,
Bloody brilliant.
I guess so. But anyway, let's get into it. Obviously, you made your name as the runner-up on Love Island season 7.
Yeah.
That's in my top 8 seasons of Love Island all time. Congratulations.
Top 8.
Top 8, yeah.
Cute. What's your top 1?
Top 1 is
And 3 reasons why, please.
yeah. I have to say
4 is good.
Yeah.
I have to
What's
say
good? Actually,
I think it might be. It's either season 3 or season 4. The one with Chris and Kem in it.
I think it was that 2.
I have no idea.
No, because
Okay, 3.
they were still shagging on season 2.
Did they stop shagging?
Yeah, well now it's like one of the driest programs I've ever seen.
I know, but it's not porno.
No, but I don't want to like actually see the shagging, but I want them to be doing it.
And they do it.
Well, yeah, but it's not the same.
I
They were
know.
shagging on night 1 in season
They
1.
were. They
It's-
were.
The game's gone.
The game's gone.
Could you just sit and like get shit faced all day, or did they kind of do
No,
that?
gosh, no. It was
But
like...
in the earlier seasons,
They'd already got rid of smoke. When they took the smoking away, that's when it
I
died.
know. I agree. I wish we had smoking on our season. It would have made it a bit more interesting. But yeah.
Did you catch ADHD on Love Island?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. No, I don't know how much you know about ADHD, but before Love Island, I worked like in the city, had a routine, and
Yeah.
as a girl, apparently we mask it. So if I've got a routine in that, I kind of imitate behaviours. Then I went on Love Island, and my whole world got turned upside down, and I just didn't really know what I was doing, like no routine, didn't know what was coming, so it got like just flared up.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when I left, the psychiatrist was like, "You have ADHD, don't you?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "You fucking do. Go get it." So I went and I saw 2 specialists, like went privately, because I got Love Island money now.
Yeah.
And they were both like, "Yeah, Jesus Christ." But then I went back and like spoke about my like mum, brother, because my brothers have got it. My mum's defo got it.
Did they give it to you?
They gave it to me
Yeah.
when we were
You
kids.
can catch it.
You can never be too careful.
Well, it's because I was researching you. I did a deep dive in the internet.
God, don't believe
Good
everything
stuff
you
in there.
read.
But it said you got ADHD after Love Island.
I did, yeah.
Who did you catch it on from the show?
Who had the most ADHD in there? Probably. I can't remember anyone on my season. It's bad.
It's okay, you don't
Jake
have to-
Cornish. I can't remember.
Obviously, fellow Fellas Studios legend.
I am. Oh, legend. Thank you.
Well, I think we're all legends, really.
That's sweet.
And of course, we had a weird sort of. Well, you had a weird sort of crossover with. I think one of your career highlights for me was when you went Trainspotting with.
Yeah, Francis
Ford.
Bourgeois. Yes.
It's just an unlikely sort of. I didn't have you down as a massive train spotter. I'll be honest.
pretty fucking big now.
Yeah.
Very big.
Was
yeah.
that a weird experience? What was that like?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Throwback Thursday. That was good. Years ago. Yeah, I just got the call. I think someone else was meant to do it and dropped out because I did get the call the night before.
Yeah.
And we had to travel down to somewhere.
Did you
in the
catch
country.
autism from that one?
No, I probably already had it. Guys, he is the most sweet. He's so lovely, but he is the same off camera. Don't be mean. He's so lovely.
No, it's just the stereotype around people that love trains. It's not really
Yeah,
him
Yeah, true.
specifically.
Yeah.
True, that's true. No, he was so lovely, and he was. I think he's gonna. But he loves trains and raving. So he's
I
gonna.
didn't know
build-
That's such a mix.
That's
He does.
insane.
He does. So we
Trains
had-
and raving.
Yeah, so we got along quite well when I found out he liked raving. But no, he's so sweet. And he's going to build, I don't know if I should be saying this, but he said it on camera. He wants to build a train that takes you raving around the UK.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is there any train raves?
Not yet. But,
Turn it into one. People on the overground on the way to here turn it into one every morning.
Ah,
Oh, I know
Yeah.
I know a girl who went to a rave and then she got a train run on her. Is that what sort of... Is that what we're talking about?
oh, God, after a rave.
We went to a personal event together. Once.
We did.
I got a little bit drunk at that, and then I went up to the staff who were running it, and I was like, "I'm going to be the face of detergent. I'm going to be like George Clooney. Instead of those espresso capsules, it's going to be detergent. You made the right choice booking me for this."
It was a good day.
And it
It's in the works.
they haven't got back to me about becoming the face of detergent, but I'm determined. Purcell, go back to me.
I'd say they're sorting that out in the background. I wouldn't give up hope yet.
It was really embarrassing because I didn't know how to use a washing machine. Not because
They didn't work.
not because I don't know how to use a washing machine. It's because I got the pods and they were like raw dogging it with a liquid.
I know.
Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. I think everyone didn't know what they were
The pods always explode though. They're fucking shit.
They're supposed to explode.
Yeah, but they spill over everything and like stain my
Maybe
stuff.
being a bit
Radio
heavy-handed.
Rufus has got so boring. This is like my mum's ideal podcast.
This is how happens when you bring a girl on. Who's the
I
other
actually
girl?
prefer the Finnish Powerball to the to the Fairy Ultra. It's my ideal dishwasher tablet.
That sounded like a teleshop in ad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever. Let's get into it, into the news with our first story. And in the first bad news story ever involving a priest, the leader of a New York City church where Sabrina Carpenter filmed sexy scenes for a music video was stripped of his job and all his ministerial duties on Monday. In the video for her song Feather, she basically pulls up to a chapel in a pink hearse, which I didn't know they had, and before like dancing and basically like grinding on this altar. On the altar
In real life?
short black dress. So
Yeah,
she filmed
yeah.
it in this church. It's a real Sabrina Carpenter
Oh
music video.
God.
It was their song Feather, you call
Feather.
it? Yeah.
Sing it?
I don't know
quickly.
it. I just googled it.
I did listen to it for research.
I'm assuming feather is used in it a few times.
I hope so.
It sounds like all the other Sabrina Carpenter songs.
Ah, very catchy.
So basically, he was like, "Yeah, calm. You can film this in our church," and then he got fired.
Okay.
So in a statement that he released afterwards, he said once he saw the video, he was appalled, and it was an oversight of judgment.
Was he not there?
He wasn't there. In response, the local parish basically opened an investigation into the dodgy vicar. And what they found is not only had he allowed Sabrina Carpenter to basically desecrate this church. Honestly, if you watch the video, like, it's not that deep. But these people really care.
Yeah, they do.
Like, it's not even that sexy, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's not at all.
I've never found Sabrina Carpenter that sexy.
I don't get the sex appeal. She's like kind of a...
She looks like a... She
Childish.
looks
Like a doll almost.
I
Yeah.
think she looks like a sort of Lego woman.
Lego woman.
She looks like she's made out of Lego or something.
Maybe like
Do
plastic.
you mean like her colour?
Yeah, but also because she's very sort of...
She does look
Curvy,
plasticky
like
though.
Lego piece.
She wears those like leggings that make her look.
Yeah, she wears stockings and dance shoes. She doesn't even wear high heels.
I've never seen her out of the creps, by the way. I think out of the crepes, she's even smaller. Like she's small with those massive crepes on.
Apparently they held a mass at it after to try and restore the sanctity.
Really?
Yeah. They're going on as if she held a fucking orgy in it. It's not even that bad.
And he got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor bloke.
He didn't just do that.
Oh, okay.
So they opened an investigation of him, and then he found he used church credit cards for personal expenses and 1.9 million worth of corruption payments to the former chief of staff of the mayor of New York City.
Oh,
my
God.
It wasn't just the music video was the starting point.
Yeah.
How does that happen though? If you lose your credit card after like 2 suspicious payments, you get a phone call. He racked up 1.9 mil.
How does that happen?
The church have a lot. You know, churches in America are all tax free, so they don't pay any tax because apparently it's like a doing good organization, which is up to you how you feel about that. But so like they have huge. This is basically it's not even a music video scandal. It's actually a corruption scandal that Sabrina Carpenter started.
She started it.
Yeah.
She said sorry to him.
She said, I've got a quote from
Oh my
Sabrina
God.
Carpenter here. She said, during a show in New York, she said, "Damn, what now? Should we talk about how I got the mayor indicted?" So there we go. Seems like she doesn't really care. Another problem with this is they sacked this guy, then they appointed a temporary deacon who was then almost instantly sacked again.
Oh my God.
After they
what's
made
going on?
secret recordings of him using racist language at church meetings. So it just gets worse and worse and worse.
They need a better like betting system.
Who's a snitch though? I want to know. There's a mole in those
Yeah,
meetings.
there's a knock.
Someone who wants
Yeah.
to get up the ranks.
Yeah. You might have framed him for all we know.
So now they've got another temporary guy in.
I know, like, what is going
He
on?
hasn't been sacked yet. But who
My
Where do they
parish
find
priest-
these people? Like recruitment place.
Well, we can have
Job fairs maybe.
the problem why the priests are nonces, and this will probably
There's that problem.
the problem why the priests are nonces is because when you become a priest, you can't shag anyone. That's part of the thing.
Mm.
But humans,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So like the Pope's not exactly
Ever.
well, the Pope's not in Saint Tropez, snogging, is he?
Mm.
We don't know what he's up to all the time.
Nah, we do. He gives like speeches every day.
Oh, bless him.
But humans aren't designed to not have sex, right?
So if you're telling me to become a priest, you can never ever have sex.
Yeah, that's
Be a
part of it, yeah.
Virgin.
No,
In most
Fuck
churches,
that.
that's like one of the main ones.
That's the thing.
yeah.
But humans aren't designed to do that.
No,
So that's the reason why they touch the little boys, because they think they can get away with it.
that
There's-
doesn't make sense.
they assume they're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of the time
that's
they don't.
horrible.
A lot of the
Yeah.
time they don't, and then it comes out like 40 years later when it's too late.
Oh,
My parish priest got sacked like 5 years ago, but it wasn't for fucking children. It was just for like beating them.
Ah.
Yeah.
what's going on with
We
these
also had a
priests?
kiddie diddler at my school, but that was in the 80s. So
Oh yeah, it was before your time.
before my
You
time.
might have diddled your father.
Nah, different school.
Oh right, okay.
I don't know if I had any.
Right, let's get into our next story then, after that light-hearted ending of that one on this joke news show.
Very hard to be media trained on your podcast. I'm realizing it's like a very thin line.
Your management are going to have some problems
There's
with
gonna
this.
be about 4 minutes that you can use.
Yeah.
You can go on.
A
YouTube
French student
Shorts.
took his own life after receiving a failed beard transplant in Istanbul from a random Turkish bloke pretending to be a surgeon. So after treatment, basically what happened to him is his beard, it all grew at the wrong angle.
How can it grow at a wrong angle?
He implanted all the hair. Basically, so here we go. So that's his beard afterwards.
He's give him a serious jawline though.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with it?
Well,
It doesn't show a photo of, but apparently it grew out like this.
it grew out
Like a hedgehog.
sideways instead
Just
of like
shave it down.
straight. Well, here's the problem. So the thing is, the thing on the left is what he looked like before, where he looks
Oh.
he looks fine.
Yeah.
That's him before.
That's him before.
I thought that was after.
No, him after is on the right. That's him after procedure.
Right.
But his beard looks fine as is, which is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
crazy thing.
He doesn't have a whole lot going on, but it passes.
It
Yeah.
passes.
Why does he need a beard so bad? Oh, bless him. That's really sad.
So he travelled to Istanbul for a beard transplant. It cost even in Turkey. It cost $1,900, which feels like a lot. Even so, for
How
a
much
beard.
is a hair transplant normally?
In France, about 10K.
He's got
If it's that
three
much cheaper,
people there.
it's gonna be too good to be true.
yeah.
Though.
And
It's like
there's-
buying a PS5 and Temu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, I don't know this, 1.5 million people travel to Turkey for cosmetic procedures every year. 1.5 million.
How many of them trips do you reckon was Danny Arns?
I was going to say Theo Baker.
Yeah, it's the same surgeon.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah. Which is a lot. It's actually doubled since 2019. Everyone.
Because it's cheaper than the UK. That's why they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just can't I saw.
Do you know
Someone-
about BBLs?
Oh, yeah.
You do.
Are they done in Turkey?
I've got one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let me see.
If I took my implants out, I'd actually be sitting like this. They give me at least 4 inches extra.
But they they can slide down your leg and all that, but it's because they're like a third of the price than they would be in the UK.
Have you got one?
No.
Would you get one?
I've got Toshiba. No, I wouldn't get one. You could die.
I just think they look weird as well.
Whenever they're like too,
If
it
they're
just
not
goes up.
done very well,
Yeah.
I think you can notice it. But, if you want a big bum, get a big bum.
Yeah.
I got boobs. I would get a nose job if I could be bothered for a year recovery.
Is it a year?
It's a year.
What's the
for nose.
recovery on a BBL?
I think. Do you know? It must be months.
You can't do
even,
doggy for like a year.
how
Can
do
you even
know that?
sit?
No, on the plane back, you're meant to lay across all the seats. These people don't. It's really bad. It's like a massive process.
So what actually is it they're putting in? Is it the same
It's
stuff
your
as
fat, so they get it from other parts of your body, and
Oh,
they
I
put
literally
it back
thought-
in the bum.
Oh,
You're talking about implants.
yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about these bum implants.
No.
No.
I don't know either. They were learning a lot.
I'd like to see your mother with some of those. I think they'd really suit her.
She already got one.
Yeah.
It was like early Christmas present.
Oh, your poor
Mate,
mum.
That's awesome. BBL for Christmas. That's hilarious. Just in huge amounts of pain on Christmas Day.
You'd have to get them in January though, so they're recovered for Christmas and they can actually flaunt it at the Christmas dinner. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
I agree.
That's like when my dad got a banana tree for Christmas.
That's the worst present
What
ever.
the fuck?
Well, my dad.
Was it
It's
in
like-
Amsterdam though?
No.
Right. Okay.
It's like when he decided he was going to be a drummer and he bought a drum kit. Like he decided he was going to grow bananas in our garden. And my mum for Christmas, to support his dream, it's important to support
That's really
support
sweet.
goals. Got him a banana tree.
Oh, God.
By the way, it is not possible. History has proven you can't grow bananas in the UK.
Yo, that's.
He was
fair.
trying to disprove this.
I don't know what got into his head, but like I think we'd been to Bali that year, and he was like, "Well, I'd love a garden like this."
Yeah.
So he got a banana tree.
He's just
Oh,
really
bless
trying
him,
to
this
prove
is
the
really
point.
sweet. It's a hobby.
Mate, that thing barely got a stem up, let alone a banana.
I know.
It was falling over before it began.
And was he watering it enough?
It doesn't like in
I wanna know.
the dead of winter. He's trying to
Yeah, and
grow a
snow.
banana. There's literally frost on the soil, and he's trying to grow a banana.
Oh.
What's he getting this year? Do you know?
Um,
Fucking pear tree.
no, the pear tree is very good.
Yeah. That's more achievable
That's
for
a
him.
crap example, I have to say. That's a rubbish. You have to go for something crazy, like a sort of Venus flytrap or
Can we not have them in England? I'm sure we can.
I don't know.
They sell them at plant shops.
a Venus flytrap.
Those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the uncanny valley between an animal or a plant. I'm not really sure which one it is. All I know is don't want to get your nuts stuck in there.
Definitely not. No. I've seen them
What's the worst
snap some
Christmas
things up.
present you've ever had?
Bookmark.
That's not bad.
It's just so boring.
Do you read much?
Well, when I was 10, yeah.
You got it when you were 10?
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
gotta be
lot
the
worse.
Mate, the shittest Christmas I ever had. The best present I got was one of those fart box sound machines.
Oh, unreal. So many hours of entertainment.
It's
Exactly
literally
as it says
It's
in the
essentially a
tin.
box with a button on it, and you press it and it makes a fart noise.
Yeah.
God, poor you.
I used to use them
Poor you.
in ski gondolas.
Yeah.
Used to go up and you'd be like,
That's genius.
been having a
Just let it
some
go.
dodgy food last night, guys. I'm sorry. And you're with a load of random strangers, and then you hit it and you go, oh, pardon me. I'm so
Especially
sorry,
the
guys."
people you'd be skiing with, they would be absolutely disgusted at that.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
It's a good job you can just do it off Spotify on your phone now, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, that is true. I kind of.
Have you ever got a shit Christmas present?
A head torch.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
And then
I
no,
could
it
see-
was
I
like,
could see you
in
going down the
dark,
mines,
you
actually.
can glow. I was like, thanks, Grandad, for that.
My granny, probably 4 or 5 years ago now, she completely forgot about it. So she got me a card and put a tenner in it and asked me to write the card to myself.
Oh,
And I was just sat there like, oh, cheers, appreciate that.
Nice card.
My gran, she never writes a message in it. Every year it says to Rufus, love Gran, but it doesn't.
That's all I need.
But it doesn't even say happy birthday or Merry Christmas. It doesn't have
On the
anything.
front?
No, it's
Just a plain card.
it's just like a postcard.
She probably gets them all. She's probably had them for years and just reusing them.
She also, she wants me to read, so she sends me a book every year.
Hmm.
But last year, no joke, she sent me wartime contraptions of the medieval period.
That sounds right up your street.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds
It's like
something you might
talking about like trebuchets they used in the 100 Years War.
You might as
The
well
way you were lining that up, I thought it was like a Colleen Hoover book or something, which I
that
wouldn't
would
have seen
be
you
good
reading.
too.
I'd rather read.
Not for him though.
What do you mean? My favourite book is the Guinness World Record Gamers Edition.
Which year?
2010, obviously.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big year.
Anyway, as we know, this guy got a dodgy Turkish
Oh, he did do that, yeah.
beard transplant.
Yeah.
He learned after the procedure that the man performing the transplant was not a medical professional, but he was an estate agent.
What on earth?
Yeah.
What on earth?
I think of like
It's
all
good because-
vocations, the person you'd least
Where
want
did
is
he do
that.
the surgery? Where did he get the tools?
It was in a semi-detached in Hounslow. It's on the market for $435.
That's really bad.
Yeah, it is absolutely mental.
That is so bad.
Yeah.
He's an estate agent.
Honestly, that's pretty good for an estate agent.
No, that's what like it kind of looks, you know. I've
He
seen
looks
pictures
like that
this before.
Chad meme.
He does,
He's got
doesn't
a
he?
massive jawline. Like they really
The Squidward, the handsome Squidward
handsome
one.
Squidward. Yeah. Like They've done him dirty with the beard, but the jawline looks much better.
Yeah, I'd pay for that.
Mm.
You know, do you know much about hair transplants?
No, because
Not a question.
I think going bald is a mindset. That's one of my theories.
And
Like,
you just think hair.
if you believe that if you think you're going bald, your hairline recedes quicker.
Oh, I see.
It's probably true, stress related.
But although I think going grey is the stress related thing, and I'm definitely going grey.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Have a look in there.
Don't look that bad.
Can you see him?
No. Oh, no.
There's a few in there.
Okay.
I've never
I mean,
noticed.
like,
Take your word.
Aidan's got a bit of going
Yeah,
on.
I used to be ginger. I'd like, is it there?
Oh,
or
you
there?
take grey over ginger any day.
Yeah, but it was ginger, and then just one Christmas or one summer it went grey.
Perfect. Yeah.
Is everything okay that summer?
Everything was great. It was a great summer.
Grand. What did you say? Sorry.
But hair transplants.
Do I know anything about hand transplant?
do you know
not really.
Because I don't know about the process, but don't they take a chunk of your head from where your hair is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And take the hair out and then just shove it back in.
It's actually the same as a BBL if you think about it.
True.
They're just replacing other hair from your body, right?
Yeah.
I think in Theo Baker's case, they used his pubes.
Has they had a hair transplant?
And he famously has no pubes. You
Yeah.
said last week.
Well, that's why it didn't work.
Yeah.
No, he had one, but
You wouldn't think it.
he's the only man who
That's what I was thinking.
he's the only man who came back from Turkey with less hair than he started.
Oh.
So the guy was an estate agent. So basically, he got a hair transplant from Kirsty and Phil, and then he took 4,000 hairs from the back of his head and then put it on his face, which gave him, so that horrible picture you see there basically gave him permanent scarring and facial burns, which was so bad he couldn't really sleep. And there was no doctor in France. They couldn't find a single doctor in France who knew, because this has literally
It's never
never
been
happened
done.
before. So no doctor was like,
don't
I know what to do. He found one guy in Belgium, and what he concluded was that his face would be disfigured forever, and the hair he removed from his scalp wouldn't come back. So he's created two problems in one.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is
that's
brutal.
Awful.
Yeah. So he developed body dysmorphia, and then he went down a path of sadness, and sadly he's no longer with us. But I have to say, he does serve. It is sort of Darwin Awards, if you know what I mean. Like, it was a stupid idea from the beginning.
Well, yeah.
Well, he didn't know that he was going to get
His beard looks fine. If he had no beard whatsoever,
I wonder how they.
he
fit
looks like
him
he
in.
looks honestly, he looks great in the first photo.
I think he does too.
Yeah, he's
bless
like a
him.
sweet guy.
But maybe he had body dysmorphia before. If you thought
That's
he
what I was about to say,
big.
yeah.
Well, the article I said he developed body dysmorphia, but I guess he must have had it if he wanted to get a beard that badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Well, that's
It
a
is.
reminder to do your research for your beard transplant.
Yeah, don't get it from an estate agent. That is on him. But
But he didn't know. He didn't know that it was going to be a series.
Oh, he didn't know.
No.
they do have a bit of a problem in Turkey. So, in order to get a cosmetic license, you don't have to be a medical professional in
What the
Turkey.
fuck?
In Turkey, they you can just sort of say, yeah,
Yeah.
why
Well,
not?
I'll be doing the transplants from now.
That would be awkward if you just got a transplant and then you like walk down the road and he was trying to sell
Gucci t-shirts or something.
Oh my god.
he was trying to sell like a terrace to a newlywed couple. You'd be like, mate, you're really a surgeon. Don't know.
But have you seen that thing? There's like a whole fiasco where they go to Turkey as well, or like go to other places to get cosmetic surgery, and they steal your organs.
Fucking hell.
Have you seen this?
I'd like to think
They
I'd notice.
steal like, what have you got to do?
Kidney?
Kidneys.
Yeah.
They steal your kidneys, your liver, and then people are dying. Someone needs to go to Turkey and sort this out.
I feel like I'd noticed if I went in for
Yeah.
a new haircut and they took my kidney.
No, but like a
You can't really
boob job,
pickpocket a
they just
kidney.
go down and get it, and then
Once
you're
again,
recovering.
I still think if I went in for a boob job, I'd notice that they'd stolen my kidney.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, they're not. How would you know?
How do you know?
It didn't happen to me.
But you just said they don't know.
Can you
So they-
access your kidneys?
So
from
they're
here,
like
though?
dying, or they're getting really unwell. So then they go and they're like, well, because of your one kidney, and they're like, I didn't have it removed, and they're like, oh,
Did you go to Turkey?
no, I was
No.
London.
Okay.
Actually, though, the one I went to shut down a week after, so
Oh, okay.
could have been an estate agent.
That's a bad sign, isn't
It
it?
is a bad sign. I'm doing well. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right. You just bump into him and sort of like
Yeah.
Walthamstow.
Foxton.
You always use Walthamstow as a
I
comparison.
love Walthamstow. It's so funny.
Why do you love Walthamstow? Joe.
Well, I just think it's a funny word, to use in anywhere. Like, I got asked where are the fittest girls in London, and I said Walthamstow, and everyone loved it so much that I just keep saying it. Yeah.
I live there. I can tell you that's not true.
I live in Walthamstow. My friend lives there too.
Right, let's move on to our next story then. And a Colorado school bus driver abandoned 40 students in the middle of nowhere between 2 bus stops last Tuesday, leaving them frightened in the dark.
Why?
The school district said the normal driver was sick, probably man flu, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And they employed basically, when you have a sub at school, greatest feeling of all time, because it's basically like you turn up, there's a random Jamaican lady no one's ever seen before, and it's like, wow, we don't have to do anything today.
Yeah.
Well, any random.
She has no idea what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We have no idea what we're supposed to do. So there we go.
The first 10 minutes that day, it's like the start of a football match. You're trying to like feel her out, see what you can get away with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Test the waters a bit.
And then, but they employed a sub bus driver.
From where? The school.
The school employed a temporary bus driver to fill in, and he didn't know the area or the route. Which is basic knowledge for the bus driver. The first thing he did was when all the kids got on the bus, he established Buddhist monk rules as he refused to drive until everybody stopped talking. He was like, everyone has to shut up or I'm not going anywhere. Which is
the worst
He didn't go anywhere.
Which is, well, it's not how a bus works.
Yeah.
You don't have to be silent on the bus. It's not like this classroom.
What's the chances this
He was
fella was also...
concentrating on what he was. When you're driving, you have to have silence when you don't know what you're doing.
Maybe don't be
he
a
didn't know
school
what he
bus
was
driver, though.
doing. Yeah, so he needed quiet.
But that's never a rule on a school bus ever at all. Once they were on the road, he was driving around, skipping every drop-off spot. And this is a quote from a 10-year-old student. It was like we were getting kidnapped.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
Terrifying.
The driver, basically, ultimately, he was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
See ya.
So he stopped on a corner of 2 random roads about 2 miles from the school and told everybody to just get off. Causing a load of children to burst into tears.
Yeah, how old are they? Yeah.
9 and 10.
Oh my gosh, these poor kids.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And the weather was -3.
What the fuck is
yeah.
wrong with this man?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
know.
man?
Yeah, his name's Irving Johnson.
Fuck you, Irvin, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Why did you even take the job if you didn't know what you're doing?
In fairness, how it works is the district employs these temporary drivers on a full-time basis and they just fill in wherever's needed. But the area they have to cover is 865 square miles.
No, it's
So there's no way you could ever know where you're going.
Google Maps, for
Like
fuck's sake.
maps,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, here's a quote from
One by one,
here's,
tell me your address, and we'll have to do it this way.
here's a quote from Irving Johnson. My tablet wasn't working, so I asked the kids for directions. That's the way to do it.
Irvin, couldn't he turn back to the school? You've come this 2 miles is not that far. Is
Yeah.
it?
No.
I suppose 2 miles in London, I wouldn't know how to go back.
Some students were so stressed they left their jackets on the bus and had to just freeze there in the cold. He said, "I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had done better," which doesn't feel like enough of an apology.
It's not,
Doesn't seem very genuine.
I think it was a tweet as well. Yeah.
This genuinely happened to me whenever I was like 12, but it was on the way back from school. So we were like heading to school one morning whenever it was really icy and snowy, and the weather got that bad. The bus driver was like, "Right, we're just gonna go home. I don't want to face it in case the bus gets stuck."
Yeah.
But in order for him to drop all of us off, he would have had to drive past his own house, which he didn't want to do. So he just parked up at his house, which is like 3 miles away from everyone's home, and it was like snow everywhere,
Yeah.
and no one had like coats or anything because we were just going like from our front door to school, so we weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
I had PE that day, so I was wearing like my PE shorts on my head as like a fucking hat.
What?
Yeah.
Was you all just went back to his for a
No, we all just walked home from there.
full time?
He parked the bus.
But you guys can kick it at mine. Whereas I got a PlayStation.
He was like 80 years old. He used to like smoke the pipe on the bus and
Oh,
stuff. He did not give a
no.
fuck.
Mate, that would be so unacceptable anywhere except where you live.
Yeah.
You got any transport-related
School bus thing.
childhood problems?
Well, we used to
Well,
like,
some guy had a wank on the school bus, but it's not really relevant. At my school.
why was he banking on a bar?
We were on a school trip.
How
It was a
old
long
As if that excuses it.
It was a long journey. Like I sort of get it.
Do you?
We had 6 hours to kill or something.
6 hours.
It's a long way.
Have some self-restraint.
We were going to see a volcano.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
This is like
Get it.
rugby lad behaviour, where there was these lads on a night out on the way back from some club we were at, one of them fell asleep and he was like lying like this across the seats.
Yeah.
And his friend, who is like this fucking like played football and stuff, but secretly kind of a bit gay,
Yeah.
wanked
Well, he
and
just
came
played
in his
rugby.
ear.
What did you just say?
He wanked and came in his ear as
What
he was
the
lying there sleeping.
fuck?
I mean,
Yeah.
like if that happened to me, I'd be fuming. But that is funny.
No, that's the problem though. You are that sort of
Yeah,
people.
you are so rugby schoolboy.
I just want to say I refuse the allegations of being a rugby player.
Tell us your worst changing room story.
Well, I think we've had them all over the 40.
Oh,
40 but yeah, I mean, my mate drank some piss in a Japanese restaurant. That's a good one
for why?
because it's funny.
Is it funny? Boys are so strange to me.
I don't find that stuff funny though. That's just weird to me.
It's more like funny in the way like, oh, I can't believe you actually did that. Like it's more gobsmacking.
Ah, okay.
But if you woke up shit faced with an ear full of cum, you'd be fuming.
You'd hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
fuck.
yeah. But I
It'd be like when you're underwater.
What is that? Oh gosh, this is really horrible.
do you think it's one of those things like when you you can't get the water out for days when you go swimming and you can't.
I have to
you-
yank it out.
Your hearing's a little bit funny for a few days afterwards. Yeah. The old spunk here.
I think the only thing that happened like at school was I had the after prom party at my house and we were all underage having one WKD or whatever, and we were all absolutely hammered, and one of those boys got so hammered they put him in the bath, took all his clothes off and covered him in like mayonnaise and brown
Yeah,
sauce,
hilarious.
and now his name to this day is Brown Sauce Boy. Liam Hine, it's you.
Ciao, Liam.
Oh, Liam, yeah, they did that to him. But then, like, all of us girls were like, why were you doing this?
Funny.
I don't get that.
It's
It's also homoerotic as well.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not, but it's the same lads that would be like, you wouldn't think would be up to that stuff.
They're homophobic and homoerotic at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really weird sort of.
Horrific.
Yeah. So you strike me as someone who would host the best after prom party though.
Yeah, he did.
Getting
He
loose,
did.
getting loose off a. The thing is that vapes weren't even around back then. I don't mean to age you.
They
on this.
weren't. They weren't. So what were we doing? We had a trampoline.
Oh,
I suppose.
yeah, it was
Such a
the
buzz.
classic replacement. Vape or trampoline. I often.
I don't know why I say that.
It's like there's no Lost Marys left.
Have them get out of breath really quickly. Go on trampoline for 5 minutes.
Oh mate, I lost my elf bar. No worries, we're at go ape. no problem. Let's. It's the adrenaline rush rather than the nicotine. It's the adrenaline more than anything.
Oh god, that really made me laugh.
What would you replace your biggest vice with?
Vice.
Yeah.
What's my biggest vice?
Vodka sodas.
Is it?
So,
Oh, I
was it?
do way worse stuff, but we don't.
Yeah, no comment.
No, my biggest vice is
Gambling.
nah.
Did you gamble?
No, because this is what I don't get about getting gambling addiction. I lost money and then I was like, oh, why did I do that? So I didn't do it again.
Yeah. I can.
This is what. How do people become alcoholics? Because like I go drinking once, I wake up with a stinking hangover, and then I'm like, actually, I'm not going to do that for a while.
Yeah, but if you're always
You've
drunk,
never
you don't
had
get a
hair
hangover.
of the dog, darling.
Of course, I've had hair of.
So
the
then
dog.
you know the hangover only lasts as long as you want it to.
Yeah, but I can't. Then I wake up with an even worse one the next day. It's not.
And then what do you do?
Well, cry and get a hug from my mum. That's what I did. That's what I did. Last week of first year, we planned on having.
What uni did you? Oh, I'm not going to know it, am
Bath.
I? Oh, you went to Bath?
Yeah, I only went there because it's a nice town.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't go there because of the uni at all. Where's you? I reckon I do you go to uni? I
did.
reckon I can get it in 3.
Go on then. No, you've Googled me.
No, I don't have it written down.
Okay, go on.
But I'm just gonna sort of. I'm gonna Sherlock Holmes. I'm gonna mind palace it. It's one of sort of. Loughborough.
No,
It's in the vicinity though. Like that's not a million miles away.
no.
Okay, so that's a crap guess.
Very crap.
Newcastle.
No. I
Okay.
did want to go there.
Right. Didn't get in. Did get in.
What happened?
Realise it's terrible.
Um,
Newcastle's actually really nice.
My predicted grades were really low.
Mm,
So then Newcastle said no.
mm.
So then I applied to Bournemouth, Trent, and somewhere else,
It's
Southampton.
definitely Trent.
I think so. No. So then, but then I did really well in my A levels. So I went through adjustments for better for my course uni. I'm actually
But it's
very
not Trent.
smart. Not Trent.
What is it?
Uni of Liverpool.
Sorry. Oh,
Liverpool.
Mate, I went there the other day.
What were you doing in Liverpool?
I was just doing some
Secret things.
events with like student company.
Oh, cute.
And the only thing that I can really remember is I mentioned I was filming a podcast with Italian Batch after, and the TikTok girl I was working with goes, "No way, I'm wet. Clean up on aisle 3. Splash zone." That's the only thing I can remember. Was funny though, fully in public, as well.
Oh, I don't know.
Was this
I
after
know
a few
I'd like
drinks?
Say that.
No, this was
Sober.
broad daylight.
She's a TikToker.
No, well, she runs like their social the student
just-
event social media.
I just did not a social media person. I feel like a social media person would say something quite outlandish.
Well,
she didn't do
she's
that.
more admin, really.
Oh my gosh, clean up on R3.
Yeah, splash zone. It was like total wipeout.
What the fuck?
I think her sexual fantasy is like
Getting waterboarded.
going along that wall, with all the
The things that punch
with all
you.
the but it's like it's getting punched by Italian Batch every time, and then falling into
Willy.
by his willy through the holes.
God
Italian
being wet.
glory hole, total wipeout, and falling into I don't know a pool of spunk or whatever.
TikTok
Splash zone.
loves him. Have you had any TikTok edits made of you yet?
No, because I have the worst audience of all time.
To you.
Every influencer says they have the best audience and they love their followers. Mine are interesting people.
The scum
Tell
of
me
the
about
earth.
your audience.
They're the absolute worst.
What do you mean? Why?
I think it's quite a lot. But how female is your following?
Large.
Right. I think that's the way round you want it because they're much more supportive.
Men are haters.
Yeah. So like, if I make
Straight men
yeah,
are ops.
Yeah,
they
they're-
hate everything.
they all follow me and they're still ops.
I know.
Because if you
Yeah,
make
because they think it's like lads banter, like haha, you're pretty.
if you make one video that's slightly worse than the one before it, they're like
disappointed.
not your best. Whereas if you have a female following, they'll support anything you
Yeah,
do.
they love it.
Yeah, and they also buy shit, which is good.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
I can't sell
You
anything
can't
to
sell anything.
anyone.
You can't. You fucking can't.
You cheap fucks. Honestly, you
I
guys
know.
buy something that I promote for once.
How many Rufus Rice condoms did you sell?
Did you?
I just gave them away in the end. I couldn't be bothered to sell them.
You made condom.
Yeah. I've got the packaging down here actually.
Can I see?
Don't ask why it's open.
I don't know where the condom went. That's the main issue. That's just the packaging. It's literally a condom wrapper with my
Should I
face on it.
touch it? Hello, Shaggers. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
catchphrase.
good. Hello, Shaggers. No, you say it.
What was that?
I was like thinking.
Hello, shaggers.
Oh, that's good.
That's
oh,
it, that's
yes, of course.
If a guy took you back to his gaff
Mm.
and then he whipped out a Johnny with his own face on it, is that funny or is that
That's
weird?
funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
I think you're the sort of person who's kind of up for that, whereas a lot of people I've asked would be like, that's creepy, bit weird.
Really?
And also, I wouldn't trust these, by the way. Anyone who I gave them to, and including the one guy who came up to me and said he'd used it before,
Or did you make them yourself?
no, I didn't make it myself, but I didn't, they haven't been road tested. Let's just put it that way.
How has that gone to market? Surely that's illegal.
Well, it's a legitimate X's condom brand.
Oh, okay.
That's a good name for a condom,
Right.
actually.
X's.
X's.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think you'd be good at selling like whiskey. Straight men love alcohol. You should do
Whiskey
that.
that's your target
You
demographic, to
should
be
do,
fair,
well,
whiskey
you know,
drinkers.
like a slow gin.
golf clubs and boring shit like that. Polo shirts.
Yeah, polo shirts,
Yeah.
good.
Special trousers.
Special trousers.
You know,
What about socks?
red chino.
Like fun socks.
I don't want to promote socks.
You just have your leg up the whole
I want to be
time.
cool. It's like when you end up you take those brand deals because
You want to be cool, but you
they're
want to
there,
be
but
detergent.
you end up promoting detergent. I think they only did it because they just wanted I just fit the right numbers or whatever. But my
Don't
audience,
put yourself down.
my audience buying detergent.
Well, everyone needs detergent. It's a universal product.
I would say your
Anyone can
audience
buy
is
it.
good for that, uni students.
I guess so.
Yeah,
but,
boys, are they like students, are they?
yeah, sort of. They all have the same haircut I do. All of
Cool.
them, and they wear polo shirts and rugby tops. And
Have you abandoned the mullet, by the way? Are you going to get that cut back in?
Do they all go skiing?
They all go skiing.
You should collab with my friend Chugs. Do you know Chugs?
Oh yeah.
You fucking love that. Yeah. it's
Chugs
like audience.
Chugs is exactly the sort of
I
person
know.
I'm talking
I
about.
thought so. Fuck Fuck me. I'm so surprised you haven't heard of Hackett.
I have.
Oh.
It's got that logo.
Yes,
at the
it
cross.
does.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
Yeah, I have.
We're going to skiing.
And also, like, my audience, because my videos are fairly mean-spirited,
I've seen them.
they're like,
I am a big fan.
They're
It's
like-
secret.
yeah. That's the thing. People have to be closet fan of me,
Yeah, I am.
which is like not a good sign.
Nobody wants to be outed as a Rufus Rice fan. Though.
No, but like
Yeah.
you can like it and get away with it.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
can't post it.
It's funny. I saw a TikTok the other day. Someone had DM'd their friend one of my videos on TikTok saying like, "This is a guilty pleasure, but I like Rufus Rice." And TikTok had sent them a message saying, "Are you sure if you're struggling with anything,
Oh my god!
you can reach out for help."
TikTok's mugging you off.
TikTok's
No,
mugging me off.
oh
Yeah.
Oh
I
no!
reposted it because I thought it was funny. But
And surely you have a similar audience to Cal and Chip. You must do.
I don't know. They're more like
They have-
Theirs would be like gamers and stuff more so.
mine is like it's fairly niche interest actually.
quite cool.
Yeah, you got to be into it. Anyway, let's get into our next segment then. This is You're a Ranker, where today we're ranking the top 3 weird things you can't live without. Now, it's going to be interesting what Chloe has because she texted me this morning saying, "What the fuck do I put on
That's
this
for an
list?"
example.
Yeah, and my example was not very helpful, but we will get into it.
Yeah, I know.
Chloe, what's your number 3?
So I don't know if we were doing like products. or
Anything.
not. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug your sponsors?
Yeah, White Fox.
White Fox
clothing,
Boutique,
White
clothing.
Fox
Yeah,
Boutique.
yeah, yeah.
Can go there. I think it's hard for me because when you told me yours, I was like, well, there's loads of shit that I physically can't do my day without doing.
Yeah.
So when people talk to me, I do, well, where should I rank this?
Should I give you my number 3 as an example?
Yeah. Let's go band for band.
Yeah. So,
Come by over his head, that one.
yeah, I go for band all the time.
Okay, good, perfect.
Me and the Mondum. I say waggers to the Mondum. Waggers is my new slang, by the way.
I like it.
Posh wagwan. I'm bringing it.
No,
Bring
it's
it.
good, I love
waggers,
it.
Waggers chat.
Waggers.
Man's on the road, you know.
I love
Hey,
it.
my driller.
Perfect.
Didn't know you were chill like that, my driller. Anyway,
That's good.
let's say wagwan to number 3 right now. This is my favourite activity that I have to do. Keeps me in check. It's called dangerous t-shirt cooking.
What does that mean?
So it's when you're making a spag bowl or something.
Yeah.
Something that's like, if it gets on you, it's a permanent stain for sure.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
getting it out.
Yeah.
I, as a sort of foreplay, I get a weird pleasure out of it. Is wearing a white t-shirt that will definitely get ruined
What
if
the
if it spits. Like if I'm cooking it and it spits or whatever, it will definitely get ruined. And I'm flirting with danger. Like when I'm mixing the bolognese, like I'm wearing that white t-shirt.
Like,
I'm getting the t-shirt as close as possible to the bolognese without getting any stains on it.
You're edging your t-shirt.
It's kind of edging.
It is edging.
It's culinary edging.
It is culinary edging.
Is it a sexual thrill you're getting?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really sexual. I'm not bricked up while I'm doing it, but
Bricked up? That's the worst phrase I've ever heard.
you never heard that before.
Bricked up.
Yeah, bricked up.
Bricked up. New one for me.
I call it the Bricktoria line. Because I always got morning wood when I'm commuting in. And I only commute in once a week.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Anyway, I
Okay.
don't think it's a sexual pleasure, but it's not a million miles away. It's more just sort of fun.
It's so fun.
I do it every couple of months, I would say.
Right, you've set the tone there. Right, what do I do that's really weird? Well, not a lot.
You can say what you had originally had in mind.
I know, but now I'm like, that's so boring.
Well, then, you say a really boring thing. We'll immediately skip over it. They can say it's number 3.
Right, well, I kind of, well, just like listening to a really loud podcast to sleep. Often the fellas.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird.
With my Air Maxes.
So I have to say, that would be my absolute nightmare having to
Yeah.
I
listen
don't
to
know,
the
there's
fellas.
something really soothing about their voices.
I have to listen to them pricks enough 9 to 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I always into it in the evening, then I'll just put my headphones on.
Don't you find that making a podcast has ruined podcasts for you? I don't listen to any podcasts anymore.
Oh, I
And
love
if I
that.
do, I only listen to this one.
I never listen to mine, ever. I don't even, do you know when it gets sent for approval, I'm not doing that.
Well, I don't listen to it in the edit.
I just.
That's why it took me
the fun.
39 episodes to realise they cut every accent I do out. I've been doing them for so long. I thought this is comedy gold. Like, this is actually
How do you say stop doing it? We're not putting it in.
No, because I've got like a feature-length edit of racist accents.
But they didn't tell me until we were 40 episodes in, and I listened to one back, and I was like, mate, you cut my sick accent out of that. And they were like, yeah, we don't put any accents in. I was like, oh, thanks for the heads up, guys.
Oh.
Aidan, you're number 3.
My number 3 is crippling debt. It's just something I've never lived without. I think it's just I'm addicted to the struggle.
That was me.
Yeah.
Do you think if you didn't have it, you wouldn't feel like yourself?
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do if I had money.
I understand it now. Okay, I can't live without male attention.
Good.
Ah,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting there.
That's so you as well.
I know.
Love Island is basically like
Yeah.
an induction heater of male
I
attention.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe his audience coming over will do a lot for you then.
Well, I don't want your audience.
Don't love the phrase coming over there, but you know.
Poorly worded.
Yeah, good.
That's funny because you live for the struggle. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what I'd do if I had like a decent
What do you
wage.
spend your money on?
Rent.
I don't have enough money to spend.
Get a new job, I think.
Yeah, you're onto something.
My
there,
number
Chloe.
2, wearing a hat in an airport.
Oh, you twat. And on a plane.
Yeah. There's,
I bet you wear jeans to the airport.
of course I wear jeans.
You're a serial killer.
People that hate jeans so much aren't wearing comfortable enough jeans.
That's weird.
I wear shirts on planes.
What on earth?
Oh, I can't get behind that. Jeans, I don't mind, but
Jeans on a plane.
Jeans, shirt, backwards ball cap.
Where
backwards.
Are you going?
Oh,
Anywhere.
why are you wearing it backwards?
I'm taking the midnight train. We're going anywhere.
That's
In fairness,
horrid.
he's not going to turn up in like a full white
I'm also
fox tracksuit.
absolutely eye-fucking everyone in my row.
Because everyone fancies me at the airport. Everyone fancies me at the airport. And
I feel like you think everyone just fancies you
and
all
they
the
don't.
time.
I know. No, I don't know.
It's just
At
your
the
little
airport,
fantasy.
They do.
It's a good mindset to have, though, I think.
Yeah.
Probably this far.
Sometimes you see people on the train and like you accidentally meet eyes and then like, yeah, they fucking want me. they want me
they
so
do.
bad.
In reality, they're thinking, what the fuck is that
Stop
creepy prick looking at?
me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm giving them the 1,000-yard stare.
That's good one.
Yeah, nothing better than wearing a hat in the airport because then the satisfaction of not having to pack a hat because you're wearing it to the holiday.
You're only taking one.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to work out where you're going on this holiday.
I'm taking one pair of jeans and one hat on every holiday I ever go on. It doesn't matter where we go. Those are essentials. The Maldives or,
What if you're
the
going
Arctic
for
Circle.
ages though? Are you still bringing one pair?
Sorry?
If you're going for ages, are you still bringing only one
Yeah,
pair?
jeans last forever, mate. You don't have to. Like, you can wear them for at least 2
What
weeks.
happens if
I
the dangerous
agree with-
spagball
I
cooking
don't
gets on them?
that much. CBA. They take-
Apparently, it's really bad for them. This is fucking brutal.
Oh,
Wow.
That's the if you use personal 15
yeah.
minutes. Okay, what do I do at an airport? Look nice.
That's not the question, but you can you can say that.
Oh, I have to
The question is
think
weird things you can't live without.
Drunk texting.
Really?
I
I
love to
forget.
do it.
I forget I have my phone when I'm drunk.
I wish that was me. I love an argument.
Really?
Yeah, you'd have thought at 29 I'd
I
stop.
had one incident once where I got really hammered and texted literally every girl I had on Snapchat, all of them. I woke up with like 112 sent messages or something.
So many girls on Snapchat.
But it was like everyone I knew from school as well. Like, literally all of them.
Was it all the same message, or were you just?
Yeah. It was like, I love you or something.
Perfect.
Or like, I never said this, but I love you. Along those lines. And since then, I've never really touched my phone when I was drunk.
I get it.
Who are usually drunk texting? Just random people?
It depends. Like
Are you booty calling?
no,
Or is
I'm
it like-
arguing.
it's waffle?
Coming for blood.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm an angry drunk. So I don't know if you've like maybe pissed me off in the last week. And my sister, I drunk text in Dubai, and I was like, "You fucking guess what, you stupid little bitch."
Yeah.
Doesn't let her have it. And I
But
woke up-
imagine if I said that to my sister. That would be so unacceptable.
Really?
Well, she's a legend, though.
Is she,
I don't think that.
No, Bridie is a big legend.
Okay.
Like me and her, we're best mates. Anyone can
Yeah.
get
It's
it.
Mutual respect.
It is mutual respect.
Anyone can get it. That's the Chloe Burrows philosophy right there. What a quote. Aidan, your next one.
My number 2 is my girlfriend's TV shows, especially ones that I set out thinking I'm
I
gonna
like that.
hate
That's
this.
such a thing. though.
Yeah,
That
like
is-
Come Down With Me. What's the other one? Married at First Sight. Great British
Which
Bake Off is a
great.
big one.
Everyone should watch Married at First
Yeah.
podcast on E4, which I have.
Do you wear it with that? Do you wear it with that?
Face mask?
that headband, face mask on, hot water.
I'm not going that far.
No.
Not yet.
Not
Although, I don't know, I didn't think I'd like Come Down With Me, so maybe if I dip the toe in, I might enjoy it.
Come Down With Me is great.
The
Yeah.
only bit I like is when he does the cheeky bits in between.
Yeah, he's
The rest
man.
of it's kind of boring. I mean,
Yeah.
but-
I agree. And when they're all like semi-good, that's fucking boring.
Now, you want 4 people that haven't a fucking clue how to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they all think they're really good. That's good TV.
Yeah.
What do you watch, Rufus?
The Crown,
Oh,
Mad Men, that sort of thing.
okay.
So,
Your
but-
biggest influence is Mad Men, isn't it?
Yeah, this set is literally their office.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
sweet. And I'm
Yeah.
But like I sit down and watch TV like I'm watching like The Godfather, you know. I don't just have it on in the background when I'm watching.
Ah.
I'm focused on the TV, so I'm not just watching any old shit.
Oh, you're zoned in.
Yeah,
Do you have like a bang average TV show that's like a guilty pleasure for you?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm.
iCarly.
Still though?
What the fuck?
Oh, nostalgia moments. Yeah, it doesn't look behind the scenes, behind the curtain, it's not looking great, but that's a fucking
It's also
good
strange
show.
that you're watching like kids doing social media for fun.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in iCarly now. I live the
You
iCarly.
are
I'm basically
iCarly.
the Freddie Benson of Radio Rufus.
I have no idea what that
You'll
reference
give me,
is.
bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't have those
Okay, never
channels.
mind. My number one is slightly burning my balls in the bath.
I do that. full
Your
down
balls?
set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I
taint.
burn my balls in the bath.
Rufus dips his balls in first to test the
Yeah,
water.
I like
Yeah,
cover
yeah.
and then really see how hot it is.
You got to test the balls first because if the balls can take it everywhere, it's
Yeah,
fine. That's the
yes. Me saying that like I've got my own balls because I know
the
about
taint.
balls.
The taint.
Yes.
I don't want to go balls first into anything though, especially not a hot bath.
You know what's the worst thing to go balls first in?
Your ex.
Hydraulic press.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that your ex
That
would be bad as well.
bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, hydraulic press would be rough.
I would say so. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, it's not a good feeling. It's like, do you know that like mint shower gel you get that just completely
Yeah.
tears you apart down there?
It's a tingle for women as well because it
does.
really stings for the men.
It's not a nice
Like,
thing.
we're open to the world.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
just
Yeah,
got a
yeah, yeah,
covering.
Yeah.
you know?
You have PHs and stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means exactly, but I've heard it before.
We
It's
do.
definitely messing up those levels.
Yeah.
I don't know what chemicals are in that, but it's not good for you.
What's the best pH? Probably a neutral one.
Top 3 pHs. Mine would probably be 6,
I'm going
11.
4's mine.
Yeah.
I think that's a solid one.
No, isn't
For-
seven's the middle? Not too acid, not
Oh, I thought
too alkaline.
7 was like the fucking nth
No,
degree
14
of
is
pHs.
the biggest one.
Ah,
What is this for?
I don't know.
Like best pH for what?
I thought we were all on the
For
same
bits?
page. Apparently not.
For bits.
yeah.
Bits.
I'm not a scientist. You'd have to ask like I don't know, Brian Cox,
He might
Who's
know.
Brian Cox?
the scientist.
Oh, the science man.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I'm on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Thing about space. He's just going on about that.
I hate space.
To be fair, he is an expert in black holes. What hey? Right. Jazz hands for that joke.
Oh dear.
Right, let's get into our next segment then. And this is questionable. This is our viewer interaction segment where we ask our viewers a question and then we read out the best answers. This week we've asked you if you could trade lives with anyone, who would it be and why? What would you do as them? I'd love to hear, if you want to think of an answer, I'd love to hear yours, Chloe. But in the meantime, we'll go with this one. Straight up, I want to be you, Big Daddy.
You ready?
Want to know what it's like being the top shagger in the UK. Like the sentiment's good. It's just the straight up I want to be you, Big Daddy is
He's coming
Actually-
on hot.
the more I say it, the more I like it.
It's good. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, that was
Have
my
you ever made someone call you Daddy during bets?
yeah.
How did that go?
You can't really make them though.
You can. They say, call me Daddy.
Yeah, but that's not making them. That's lightly suggesting
Oh
it.
yeah, don't make.
I think it's actually the
Call me
first time,
fucking Daddy.
the first time she just
first
did,
time.
she just did it anyway.
Ah,
Like I didn't prompt it.
but the time.
And then I liked it so much that now like I can't not do it.
No way. But I can imagine I might be overstepping the market, but the ladies you take to bed are probably quite posh. So they'd be like, Daddy, Father. Like, it's not
Papa.
American. Like, Americans like Daddy. It's kind of
Right.
like sexy.
It's not. That's fucking awful.
No, it's
Danny.
Like, Daddy.
Well, like Cali girl's the worst, man.
Do it. Daddy.
Hang on, I need to get in the vibe.
Yeah.
2016. I'm Alyssa Violet in 2016.
You're at
I'm getting-
Coachella right now.
I'm getting ragged by FaZe Banks. I'm going to Coachella. Are you going to Coachella? That's the number one question they ask you in LA. And if you're not, they suddenly... they're
There's
not
no
interested
follow-up
anymore.
questions.
Are you going to Coachella? That's what they talk,
It's
right?
like a surfer.
How many of those letters do you actually pronounce on average?
Coachella. Um,
You haven't said daddy in your Cali accent yet?
Oh, yeah.
in my what?
Cali accent?
Oh my god, daddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
As opposed to your normal accent?
daddy.
Yeah, see? Horrid.
People think I call my dad dad.
I bet you do.
I don't.
You got, after the age of
It's-
7,
it'd
you
be
shouldn't
weird,
be saying
it'd be
that.
weird.
Absolutely do.
Something crazy happened. I think we were having like some sort of family discussion, and like
Sounds fun.
in our extended family, somebody said like, I think it's okay to kiss kids on the lips up until age 7. I was like, no, it isn't.
What age does it cut off?
Age 2, 3 maximum.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe 4.
What about parents that like bath with their children way beyond the age that it's acceptable?
That's a bit like going
Stop.
clubbing. That's a bit like
Yeah.
going clubbing with your mum. It's just not alright.
No, you can
Yeah.
club with your mum.
I'm not sure about that.
It's
one.
different a woman going clubbing with her mum than
If I went
a
clubbing
lad.
with my mum, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think my brothers would judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, would you go clubbing with like a father?
No, I went to the casino with my dad though. That was sick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go clubbing with my dad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
See?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
different.
yeah.
If I could be anyone, I'd be KSI, and then I'd finally release some good music. Fair enough. If I could be anyone, I'd like to be Aidan, just to see how that massive hunk deals with the 24/7 female attention.
Can be a lot sometimes.
It must be exhausting.
Yeah. It's not for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
Everybody,
Bless you.
everybody who I've
Appreciate it,
talked
Chloe.
to, every girl who I've talked to about this show, right, has said when they listened to it originally, you're much better looking than you sound.
Yes, that's really a fair statement, but
right.
it also doesn't say a lot.
I think it's nice. I think that's a nice.
Yeah. I want to know what I'd like them to draw like a sketch of what I sound like.
They should do that. Have you
Yeah.
ever? Are you on camera?
Yeah.
Who writes who like that?
That's his camera there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Which I think is a compliment, backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them I get are backhanded.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like a backhanded. You like backhands in general. But we won't get into that. We play a lot of tennis.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Bedroom tennis. It sounds the same as
We
well.
have some great rallies.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
Biggest one.
when the neighbours come and knock on our door and ask if everything's okay, that's what we say we're doing. We're playing tennis, but same noises. Yeah.
Are you really loud during intercourse?
I sound like a bear being poked with a stick.
Don't!
He's a moaner. Yeah.
They call me Grizzly
I
Weasley.
know they do.
In-
Big Daddy
in the-
Grizzly Wizzly
On the block, they call me
on the block.
Papa Bear.
Yeah. Although you always serve, which I'm not too happy about.
Yeah. He has to catch every time.
Mm.
Guys!
When we started this show, that was in the contract.
What? You're
He has to take it every time.
Yeah.
And that you do. So,
You take it well.
congrats. Because
Right.
you like it.
I would like to be Stephen Hawking on the island just so I can see what would really happen.
What would
That's
happen
one
with
your
him?
management are
Why?
going to cut out.
Why? Yeah, that's not good. But no, I'm sure it is.
Next one, I'd like to be my dad because then I would be dead. Wow. This is my
That's really
this is my audience.
bad,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who you're. They watch The Sidemen, your audience.
No, they
They
don't.
fucking do. They love it.
I feel like your audience think the Sidemen are like a bit shit.
Yeah.
One of them wants to be KSI.
Yeah, so we
so he
can
can release
stop
some good
releasing.
music.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So I could stop him. Next one. I'd like to be Magic Johnson because he has a name that signifies his knob has special powers and he beat AIDS. Would just like to correct him there.
Did he do that?
He's still got AIDS. You can't beat.
He's learned to live with it though.
He won an NBA championship with AIDS, which is awesome because I
don't
can't
know
do
who
an
this
email with a
Magic
header.
Man is.
Magic-
Tell me more.
Magic Johnson, he's like one of the best
NBA.
basketball players of all time.
Yeah.
Right.
But he won the championship with AIDS.
Brilliant.
And
That's debilitating.
I can't do an email with a hangover, so
Yeah, but
think
does AIDS affect your ability to shoot a 3-pointer?
I don't know much about AIDS, unfortunately. I think it can be horrific.
Yeah.
Can't it?
Yeah.
He must have been
it
okay.
gives you a dodgy,
That's
it gives you a dodgy
incredible.
shoulder. Few of those, few windmills in the warm up. Right. Next one, I'd like to be any of the Jamaican bobsled team. Don't need an explanation. It would just be mint.
It would be.
It would be mint.
Why would you say that? Why wouldn't you much rather be Usain Bolt?
Have you seen Cool Runnings?
Yeah.
They didn't win.
I'd rather be in that.
fun.
I'd rather be in that team than be Usain Bolt.
Yeah, me too. You're in a team.
Yeah.
I thought you two like teams.
Yeah, we do. Microsoft Teams. Right, let's get into this next one. I'd probably be Xi Jinping, and then I'd order a fat Chinese scran to the gaff.
Who's Xi Jinping?
The Premier of China.
Yeah, but you can also do that as yourself.
I was going to say, he's got the wrong idea here. You don't have to
God.
be the Prime Minister of China to eat
You
Chinese food.
don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
I had like an undercover Chinese the other night. It was great.
What
Okay,
do you
well-
mean?
Well, basically, my girlfriend was mentioning getting one the night before, and I was like, that's going to be like 40 quid. We can't really afford it. And then she was babysitting the next night, and I was like, I can fucking afford one, though.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Mate, you're a snake.
You
Yeah.
naughty
I sat
bastard.
You definitely polished it all off.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and put
then-
it in the bin outside.
I did,
Like,
yeah. And I
yeah.
had to I had a bag
Wow.
of prawn crackers, and I was like, I have to eat every one of these now.
did,
So I
you
just
had to
sat
eat all of
after
it.
it and had 25 prawn crackers just to
Good.
get rid of the evidence.
Wow.
It was magical.
That's you kind of cheated on it.
Basically,
A
yeah.
bit.
That's probably worse than actual physical
You've
cheating.
been-
Yeah, that
So-
would send
Yeah.
me into
Some
red
trust
rage.
got betrayed at some point. there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was it good?
It was the best Chinese I've ever had.
Yeah, nice.
I felt dirty.
And the thing with the Chinese is
Mate,
you
even
normally
better.
order
Yeah.
enough for the next day. Did
I
you
couldn't
do
do
that
it.
and
I
then you have
did,
to
but
eat
it's
it all?
yeah. Which is usually how I do it as well.
That happened to my
Yeah.
great aunt once when she bought 12 Krispy Kremes, frozen Krispy Kremes that you can you can just leave them to defrost whenever you want. But her freezer broke, so she ate 12 in one sitting.
Oh.
That's not beyond me.
Easy, yeah, you could easily. I think you
Yeah.
could put down at least 36.
A Krispy Kreme.
I don't-
So
I-
sickly though.
Yeah.
but Aidan's a machine.
I reckon
yeah.
chicken nuggets, people often ask how many you could polish off. I think I could do 100.
How long have I got to do 100?
One sitting.
With
Like an
like
hour.
maximum 5-minute breaks between
I
per
could
nug.
do. I could.
I
do
did 40.
80.
I did 42 and I was done. I hit
Really?
the
Oh,
wall.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe-
That's actually
Yeah.
probably next week's Gimme Schumer, if we can afford it in the show budget. See how many
Why don't we
nuggets
do
can
it
eat.
for for Christmas special?
See how
Yeah,
many.
Eat a
Christmas
hun-
dinner.
We eat
Yeah.
100. We'll have a festive nugget special.
Yeah, we'll get some gravy and stuff to make it really festive.
Yeah, I am planning on doing Destroy Dick December though, which might get in the way.
What's
Yeah.
Destroy Dick December?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Destroy Dick December is a challenge where you wank once on day 1, twice on day 2, up until 25 festive nuts on Christmas Day.
Yeah. What'd you get the last year? 8 or something?
6.
6.
The problem with day 6 is you wake up on day 6 having nutted at 11:57 on the day before, and then you have to have 6 wanks having had 5 the day before that, and your dick's like a pepperami big boy.
I'm not convinced anyone's ever completed this challenge.
Oh,
No,
I'm not
it's
convinced
definitely
either.
impossible. Just on time balance, like
I just think that is time because
Yeah.
25 is more than 1 hour on Christmas Day as well. You're busy.
yeah, you're busy.
How long are
Yeah.
you doing this? How long do you need
Wait
to
till
recover?
wait till you get to multiplication march, because that.
What's that then?
Well, it's 1 wank on day 1, 2 wanks 1 times 2 on
Ah, 4.
day 2, and then 6 wanks on day 3, 24 on day 4,
I-
and then it keeps going like that. So then you have 120 wanks on day 5.
I think this needs to be like a relay sport. I think you need to bring in
Yeah.
friends.
Fibonacci February.
What's
Is
that?
1 wank on day 1, 1 wank on day 2, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. You add the previous numbers together, so 21,
Why does
34.
one need to do all this wanking? What are we getting out of it?
This more of us like a lads thing. It's more boarding school, I think.
It's so boring.
Me,
School!
me and all my mates,
The
we
fuck?
had a bet on who could get the furthest on Destroy Dick December.
And who did?
Well, we all looked at each other on the morning of day 5 like we'd just been through Vietnam. And it was like, call it a draw.
Oh my god.
Surely at that stage, though, you could push the boat out for one more wank just to take the gold.
Like a final hurrah.
Yeah.
Mate, it was like trying to wank off like Tutankhamun. It was just dust at that point.
Mm.
It was terrible. This is my favourite
True.
answer. Leonardo DiCaprio. I'd like to be him because he sniffed blowout with Margot Robbie's ass crack.
I get it.
He didn't though.
Did he not?
That wasn't Margot Robbie in that film.
What do you mean?
That was just someone else
In all of the scenes?
in that scene.
I body
In the
double.
in the bum crack scene. No. It's just a different character.
Ah,
I mean, right.
Ah,
In the bum
okay.
in the bum scene, yeah.
He did crawl to her bare vagina.
He did do some other stuff.
Which
That
is okay.
yeah.
mm. Yeah, you should be able to do that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think
like
it's weird if you want to be Leonardo DiCaprio because you've got a bit of a reputation.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
He does. There'll be a documentary on him one day.
Mm.
I think there'd be a documentary on lots of people. Wouldn't
There's you know when there's people who you're surprised there's not a documentary about?
Yeah.
And you can't say anyone because that is legal slander. And I said something about someone once, and then my mum was like, they could take you to court over this. But anyway, yeah. So those are all the wonderful answers. Is there anyone who you would like to be?
Yeah. Who just sits and eats and does nothing all day? I'd like to be them.
You could quite easily. Arguably, that is your podcast. So, you could do. That's just a mukbang.
Someone, yeah, I'd love to just, but I don't want to film it.
That's a business expense too.
Yeah. The thing is, Chloe,
Tell
you
my
could
fucking accountant that.
you could take your White Fox money. You could take a year-long sabbatical. Tell them you're taking a gap year, but you're really just munching.
I'd love
The whole. You can
Year
just
of
do that.
munch.
You could just the year of the munch.
Yeah.
That was second year of uni for
Yeah,
me, but
fair. Fucking fair, bro. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that'd be fun. Who else looks like they are fun? Two-Turnt Tony. Have you seen him?
Oh yeah, I've
I
seen
would be
him.
him for the day.
he's a massive douchebag though.
He is, but that's the appeal to it.
He's got darks. He just goes out.
Yeah, someone did write in with Dan Bilzerian, which I think is along the same line.
Mm.
Except he's in crippling debt now
Oh dear.
because all that money turns out.
Wasn't that?
Yeah,
yeah.
Shocking. Shocking.
Unlucky.
Shocking.
He just like fucking wrestles alligators and plays golf. And fucking,
Yeah.
I don't want to wrestle an
I
alligator.
think that'd be pretty cool if I survived.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, yeah. Who would you want to be, Rufus? Let me guess. The king.
Schooner score.
Yeah, right. No, not the king. He doesn't have enough power. I'd like to be sort of like Putin for a day.
Just so you know, you have it all in your hands and you can do whatever.
I'm not
the
gonna.
fuck-
If anything, I'm gonna end the war.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Big day.
I'd like to be able to stare at the fucking nuclear launch button and just think I could
Yeah,
do
like
this.
I think
imagine
there's
that.
an actual button.
No,
Yeah,
I
probably a few buttons.
I think you have to send an email.
Yeah.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, that is how.
How would you write that?
That is how
Hi, Joanne.
that is how dictatorships work. Like
Hello,
fundamentally,
please do nuclear.
like fundamentally, they all like run like any other government department. Like he's got to be like he's got to send someone a WhatsApp like, "Yo, mate, send the nukes."
Yeah. Just clearing this with HR.
Yeah. Sorry, mate, I'm just on a Zoom, but afterwards we can send the nukes. That's how it's got to work. They got to send
I
WhatsApps.
agree.
Like,
Like,
yeah.
no one's out
yeah.
there just waiting for this command.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So Putin. What about you, Aidan?
I'm going along the same lines, but Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Just for like a day.
Yeah.
Just so I know what it's like to be in his head.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And also he's really good at dancing. Yeah. So I'd like to have that sort of rhythm for a day.
I'd like to be one of those window girls in Amsterdam. I take that back immediately.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You
at
don't want
all.
to be one of those.
I've never disagreed so much with something I just said. That's terrible. That's like one of the worst options.
Mm.
It'd be really bleak. I imagine. If you could be a like girl for the day, who would you be? And
Ooh.
why?
I'd be you, Clay.
I wouldn't. It's not the bad.
I would be,
Prue from Great British Bake Off.
yeah, Mary Berry.
Nah, I'm going for the new school.
Just so you know what it's like to be a saucy minx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Lorraine Kelly.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Harold Waterman.
Fuck yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
You finally know what it's like to be good at maths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd do any Maz that day.
No.
Nah.
There's too many women.
Sorry.
Like, there's too many options. There's like
There is a lot of women.
There's like 3.5 billion
Yeah.
to pick from. I'd like to be Queen Ramavalona II of Madagascar. Niche one, but I can take it.
How do you even know who that is?
She's the global leader in the history of the world that has killed the most of her own people by percentage. 2.5 million, which was half of Madagascar at the time.
She wiped them out, yeah.
She was like, I think she was schizophrenic. She was like a mentalist.
Oh, really?
And back in the day, in the
You
1300s,
wouldn't
nobody
know.
could
Yeah,
stop you.
you wouldn't know.
So
Yeah.
that they hadn't been invented yet. So
Mm.
they were like, well, yeah, just kill everybody, I guess. And on that lovely note, it's time to bring the show to an end. Chloe, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
It's been a
having me.
wonderful episode. Is there anything that you'd like to plug? Talk about what are you up to? What are you involved in? You've got fingers in pies. We all know
I've always
that.
got my finger in a pie, but at the
How many
moment,
fingers and how many pies?
At the moment,
are going on right now?
too many pies. No, I don't know. What have I got going on? I've got my podcast.
Of course, Chloe has a podcast
as
for
well,
fellas.
which Rufus will be featuring on.
We're going to film it right after this, so that should be fun.
Chat's going to be fucking high.
Cool. Well, lovely stuff, Chloe. I'll see you at the next personal event when I become the face of deodorant.
Yeah.
Not deodorant. So, I'm not the right man for the job. I don't even know what it is. And we'll see you again next week. Back to you in the studio. There we go.